All right, so we're back for another episode of the Throw Show, and we're going to do 2 a month. We're adding in an extra Throw Show, mainly because I pestered Trevor to do an extra one because Joe Kovacs just opened at 22.72.
It was worth it.
And there's also a lot of throws that happened this past week. And so I think it's, it just shows the season's really rolling. We've really only got, I think it's, 7 weeks until the Olympic trials. NCAAs is going to happen within the next, 5 weeks, I think. So everybody's really starting to find their rhythm, starting to find their groove. Mason Finley opened up this past week with a really big mark as an opener, just a huge opener. So we've got a lot to cover, and hopefully we can provide some nice, solid entertainment.
So Valerie Allman opened up at 65, or not opened up.
Right, she's already opened up.
She's already opened up, but she went 65.50 again. So that's a solid mark. Just consistency.
Yeah, and again, I'm pointing out here, I know that I brought this up. I think I brought this up when she threw, 67 or 68 earlier this year. She's thrown in those sweet ASICS shoes. And I think it's, dude, I know this is corny, but I think it's important for other throwers, if you're out there, ASICS is actually supporting some elite throwers, and hey, go buy some ASICS shoes because now you can support a company that's actually supporting world-class throwers instead of cutting them like Nike did. So
I think ASICS is one of the best shoes, just like durability-wise.
Yeah,
like
they last forever.
They last forever. So if you only ever want to buy one pair of throwing shoes, they're the ones to get.
What do you think about her throw?
I mean, it's good. I think a little bit, maybe she falls a little open on it. I think on some of her others, she gets her left down a little quicker. But I mean, it's still phenomenal. I think she still gets a good wrap with the left arm in the middle.
I think it's good. She's not in the shape that she opened up with. She's probably training extremely hard right now because she's got a little while till, 6-7 weeks till the trials. So still being able to go out and throw 65.50 is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, if she does this meet after meet, like constantly over 65, 66 meters, like just puts her in a good position.
Yep. All right, so this is Mason Finley, who's still on Facebook and not on Instagram. This is the first I've seen this throw, actually. I want to see one more time. And this is a 66.
His throw reminds me of Ryan Krauser in the sense that it looks slow through the circle, and then at the front he just turns it on. But it's not that he's actually moving slow. Like his levers are still moving fast around him.
Right. It's almost like because he's so long, it looks slow. But then watching his left leg get to the front, you can see it's clearly quick. He's always been so just balanced and stable through the middle. One thing I remember, I think this might have been 3 years ago, 2018, 2017. I remember him opening, and he was doing the old Al Order wind. And I think what's interesting now is I feel like now he's winding a little bit higher than he used to. I feel like he would usually be a little bit more level with that wind.
Yeah.
I could be forgetting too because I haven't seen him throw in a year.
Yeah. Then as he goes through the circle, he gets kind of right down to that, just under the shoulder position with the discus, and pretty much it stays pretty level through the circle.
Right. Now, I've always felt he's got a good, really, really good finish. Stays on a flat left, and his right rotates really well.
Yeah.
He's a great competitor, obviously. Olympic finalist, world bronze medalist. Opens up over the Olympic standard. So now we got 3 guys, Sam, Mason, and Turner Washington all over the standard, and I'm assuming there's going to be a couple more.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be awesome to see what he does the rest of the year.
His left leg is similar to Valerie's left leg, or Valerie's is similar to him, whoever you want to say. They're very, very similar with the foot height.
Yeah.
I want to see, can I see, I want to watch his left arm one more. Because his left arm never really comes back across.
It's like a little elbow bend, but it's not like the whole, like from the shoulder holding.
Right. Yeah, he's good,
Yeah.
obviously. So now we're going to get into Brian Williams. So Brian threw at the same meet that, I believe this is the same meet that Valerie threw at. And man, he just cranks on that. He's someone, I feel like he's gotten like 20 pounds bigger. He's so, especially his shoulders, he just looks enormous. 64.46, meter and a half off the standard, but he's somebody I 100% could see hitting it. He's always a competitor. He made it to Doha in 2019, went top three, he got second, went 65.80 back then. So he's going to be, and I think this is only his third meet for the year. So he's starting to pick up his pace and really come around. I think he's going to be somebody that over the next month, he's competing this week at Mount Sac. That Mount Sac meet is absolutely stacked. Mason's going to be there as well. Sam's going to be there. Alex is going to be there. Cyro's going to be there. Cord Ferguson. Reggie's going to be there. That meet's just going to be stacked at Mount Sac. So I could see him continuing to just drop some monster bombs.
Preview of the trials.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess Turner probably won't be there. Is he?
I don't think he is.
Yeah, it's massive.
Danny Haw. I really like Danny posted in his Instagram how to pronounce his name. And I've always felt like I screw up his name because I think I've called him Danny Ho.
That is helpful.
Yeah. So Danny going out and ripping a 78-meter bomb, and he's the third now. So you got Rudy.
World.
You've got Connor McCullough, who's thrown 78. You got him, who's over the standard. So we've got three guys that are over the Olympic standard. We've got three guys in the U.S. already who are 78-meter throwers. You got two or three other guys that might sneak up and snipe 77.50. It's just like, dude, it's absolutely freaking crazy. Yeah. And I think I saw, I might be wrong with this, but I think Denzel might be training with their group now.
Really?
Yeah. With Judge, so that's just going to help even further. So again, this is early. It's like, he's got 7 or 8 weeks, and he's starting to look good. Looks solid and just cranks on that finish. Yeah. And so I think that's the cool thing, is just the U.S. is just stepping it up big time in the hammer like we've been talking about. So
yeah, all around now. Top in the, discus, I guess U.S. isn't top in the world quite, but still a lot over the standard, and all events are creeping up, I feel like.
Right. There's Trevor's Asana test for everybody who wants. Okay, so this is 2014. If he could get into his left side on that finish even a little more.
Yeah, that's still a toss, though.
Yeah, so this was 2 weeks ago.
So he broke the school record by almost a meter on one throw. So is that, almost a meter PR for him?
It's got to be, yeah.
Wow. And he's definitely got more on that.
Right.
A lot more on that.
Hang on, let's see this again. UNI is not like historically known for throwing. I don't know. Their wrestling team's not bad, actually. In that sport, they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
I like what he does here. Is he does get a flat left when his left leg grounds, but if he can transfer even more weight forward on that finish.
Yeah.
Dude, he looks good. That's awesome. So congrats to him dropping that 20-meter bomb.
We'll be adding more to that soon, I'm sure.
Yep. And here's Darrell, the one that no one is talking about, but I think it's going to go absolutely huge.
Mm-hmm.
I also think Darrell's just going to go huge because, one, he's just an animal, but two, it's like everybody else is like he doesn't have as much pressure. Dude, his right comes down. I like his right side there. he doesn't have the pressure that, like, I don't know. I feel like Krauser has more pressure on him to defend the title, to go out and do a little bit, and even Walsh and Darrell can just come up and snipe those guys. I think his right leg's sweeping a little bit lower out of the back. I could be wrong. He just looks quick. He looks real quick. So he's going 21.76. Season opener, third in the world. And this
How
is
many
what,
guys can we get over 22 at the trial? That's what I want to know.
well, that's what, like, when we were talking with Tim Netta, we were discussing this. We're like, 21.76 is third in the world, and we're still just like, 21.76. But, dude, that's a bomb. Like, I don't care how many guys are over 22. 21.76 is huge, and we're, because we're spoiled, we're so like, but, he could, in theory, add a meter to this.
Yeah.
So.
See it one more time.
Yep. I want to see his left arm. If he does anything in there. That's not bad.
I think he holds the whole shoulder back
Yeah,
really well.
I think he does a really good job. Let me see one more with his left foot. I think he looks great. Just moving really well. Yeah, I think he looks good.
Gets down quick.
Yep. All right, so Krauser went 21.93 with his outdoor opener. This was up at Drake. Actually, I haven't seen this throw yet either. But this is a good example of Krauser's pissed. 21.93, he's pissed. What would you change, Trevor?
What would I change?
If Ryan Krauser called you right now, he's like, Trevor, I need your help.
I think one thing is like, I wonder like what is his reaction to a meet like this?
Right.
Like he
Yeah,
goes
training.
21.93, like, it's probably at least a half a meter under what he would be
Happy with, yeah.
Like,
Does he go back to, does he watch film and write down notes? Does he,
Right.
How does Ryan Krauser get better from this meet, and how can we take that
yeah.
for high school kids, for college kids that might be watching this and go, hey, when you have a bad meet, what do? You sit there, you go, all right, well, this is where I missed technique-wise. This is how I felt. Training's doing this, so I know how I'm going to feel physically, but technically this is what's going on, so this is what I've got to have lined up cue-wise.
Right. And just like knowing that he's just using this meet to feel out his competition throws, to get in the feeling of, just his competition form, and it's an experience meet essentially for him. Like he's just dialing things in, and it's one of those things, like, I'm sure, he could have went out and hit a really big throw and it'd be awesome, but he doesn't. Like, it's not a big deal, really, in the grand scheme of things. It's not a big deal at all.
Right.
He's just kind of taking, what he felt, the things he was thinking about during the meet, and just using that to improve for the next meet. I think that's what everyone should do, after a meet. You don't quite do, what you wanted to.
All right, so we're going to finish up with Joe Kovacs, who opened at 22.72, 0 fouls, all throws over 21.91. I think he had 3 or 4 throws over 22.30.
That's massive.
And there was Ashley posted a warm-up of Joe's one warm-up that he just absolutely annihilated.
I did hear from Jeff. He said it was
How far?
23 plus, or at 23. Now don't take that from me. Take that from Jeff.
Well, just his reaction when he just smacked it. All right, so in this throw, relative to the warm-up throw, I feel like he might over-rotate a slight bit where that right leg grounds a little bit longer maybe, and he doesn't he doesn't get into that left side as well as he does in the warm-up. Warm-up, he was a little more fluid and everything got into that left side. But again, it's only 30 centimeters, you know. I think one of the coolest things with Krauser, with Darrell, with Joe, I could watch them throw, you know, watch this throw over and over again and learn things like what's he doing with that left arm out of the back with that left arm sort of guiding that right leg sweep, and then what's he doing in the middle when that left arm's just, yeah, and that's where he said in the past, like, almost sometimes I like to think about throwing with my left side, and I think that's partially why he's so good is a lot of people struggle to feel that.
Yeah.
He sort of like delays and holds that left across while that left leg comes down, and maybe that's part of the thing now is like he's trying to get that timing between that left side holding and then finishing, and he's not, you know, he's getting the connection of the holding point but not the finish. I don't know. He just looks moving well. It's going to be exciting to see what happens.
Yeah.
End of the season. What's Trevor's prediction? End of 2021. What will Joe Kovacs throw? Putting you on the spot. I wanted you to do this first so I can do this in like 3 weeks after he throws the world record.
I think he's going to throw 23-29.
Oh! Jeez, that's just huge. Yeah.
That's
All
where
right.
he's going.
So if you guys want to submit any of your big PRs, if you hashtag the Throws Show or just hashtag Throws Show, we'll check out all the DMs that have that, and we'll feature you on the next Throws Show. And as we continue to roll through this season, we're going to try and do our best at presenting the best throws for the week so you guys can continue to improve and stay in touch with what's going on in the throwing world. Peace.